Hi guys, welcome back. I am 3 for 3. I've made 3 videos. Yes, look at me. Look at high and mighty. Anyway, so I liked how the intro turned out in the last video. So this might be a thing that I do. If I remember, I get in the habit of sometimes just starting projects and then going, oh, I wish I would have taken a before picture or an after picture or something like that. Sorry if you hear squeaking, by the way, it's my chair. I'll do my best to not move around. But anyway, so this video, I am painting something else. You guys kind of figured I like painting stuff. So, or at least for the moment I do. So anyway, this time we are painting this bowl. This bowl was from like Goodwill or the Salvation Army. It does have a little crack in it, like a little tiny crack. You can't even tell. And I put it through the dishwasher, which is why it's got these weird spots on it now. I don't know how that happened. I don't think you're supposed to put these through the dishwasher, but I did. So anyway, we're gonna be painting this today. So let's find out what I'm gonna be painting it. Yay! Okay. I hope you enjoy the rest of me painting and making stuff. As usual, I'm not going to show you priming it, by the way, because that's boring and you don't need to see that. It's white. I'm going to make this white. Yay! Through the magic of editing, the bowl is now white. Just kidding. I painted it. It took like 3 or 4 coats to get it to be white. Before I start talking about what I'm doing, I want to address some of the weird cuts that you're going to see in this video. Because my camera just decided that it would do some editing for me. Just trying to be helpful. And some footage just didn't record. And I recorded it the exact same way I recorded my last video. I don't know what happened. And I've recorded since then and it hasn't done this. So I don't know why it did this. So if you see some weird cuts, that's why. It is not by my choice. But anyway, so I'm really bad at remembering to show the camera what supplies I'm using, but I just used the same gesso that I used in the first video, just some acrylic gesso, and then I'm using some student grade like acrylic paint. And again, see, weird cut. I was painting it green, now green's all done, and the inside is red. So if you can't figure it out yet, I am making this bowl into a watermelon bowl. So I was really excited because when I saw the bowl, like I immediately had this thought. So I painted the outside like the light green part of the watermelon rind, and then I painted the inside like a reddish pink, like a watermelon. I had to do like 2 coats of the red because it just was not covering that well. But I really like the way it turned out. It looks pretty cute, and I'm very happy with it. I had some trouble trying to blend the red, and like I tried to do like a white part, like the watermelon rind. I had some trouble blending it, but otherwise it turned out pretty good. Now, what the video cut, again, my camera decided to edit for me. What it cut out is I actually initially took a pencil and made like an X on the bottom of the bowl up the sides to kind of plan out where like the wiggles of my rind were going to be. And I then actually did like the wavy lines with the pencil, and I did it for like 1 or 2 stripes and then painted them, and then realized like it's a watermelon. You could just freehand it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I can just do that. So then after that, I did leave the X's to kind of give me some guidance, but otherwise just like the wavy lines, I just kind of freehanded. And I think it turned out actually pretty cute. I also need to work on making sure that my camera is closer to my workspace. I apologize. You guys get to see all the mess that I create when I make stuff. But it took quite a few coats of green paint just to make it look really solid, because I didn't want it to be like, it's really weird because the inside is kind of like painterly and blendy with the rind into the actual part of the watermelon. But then on the outside, to totally contrast that, I really wanted it to be like really almost like cartoonishly solid lines for the watermelon, and I don't know why I wanted them to contrast that much, but I remember doing it being really dead set that it was going to be super solid. So I don't know, I think it turned out okay. I kind of wonder what it would look like if I did some like partial lines, because you know, like a cartoony watermelon has super solid lines, but a real watermelon doesn't. It has like some like smaller strips of green within the lime green, dark green within the lime green, I mean. So I wonder if it would look better if I did that, but I don't know. And I also did like 2 or 3 coats on the stripes. I know I already said that. I'm sorry, I repeat myself a lot. But on the bottom, I only did 1 coat because it's the bottom. No one's gonna see it other than me if I pick it up. And I imagine that I'll probably have stuff in it most of the time. So why would I pick it up? So I just decided to just do the 1 coat on the bottom and was like, I'm calling it a day. Because at that point I'd been working on it for like quite a while. So yeah, I don't know. I think it turned out pretty cute. I do, if I ever find more bowls, I might revisit this and do like a like an orange one and a lemon one. Pretty much like any round citrus fruit. Oh man, I could do a kiwi one. That would be so cute. Yeah, if I find more bowls, I think I'll be doing a whole fruit-themed, like, bowl series, maybe. And maybe by that time, my camera will cooperate and not do, you know, editing for me. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting the seeds, like, I kind of just wanted to mark where the seeds were going to go, so that way I didn't just place them randomly, because I wanted them to look like they were coming from the center out. So I just did little tiny marks, and then I just used my smallest like paintbrush that I could find and did little marks on the inside to make the watermelon seeds like, it's not anything too crazy. So as I'm finishing up, I think I hit it with a heat gun. No, yeah, yes. So I have an embossing gun or like a heat gun, and it just really helps because it speeds up the dry time. You just have to be really careful of like where to place your hands and to make sure that you're not touching metal, because if you're touching metal, it's going to heat up and then you're going to burn yourself. And if you're touching, and if it's like blowing on your hand, it gets real hot, like real hot. So you just have to really be careful with it. But it's super useful when you're trying to like complete one project and you don't necessarily want to sit there and wait for it to dry. So that's me just doing a few touch-ups and then hitting it with that heat gun so it'd be finished, because I wanted to show it off to the world. So there's my watermelon bowl. Isn't it so cute? If you guys like this, comment down below if you'd be interested to see me do more bowls, like a whole fruit bowl series, I don't know. And then give me a thumbs up and notifications if you like what I do. Thanks.